All right, we are live. Hello, NuSpecies.
Hello, Aston here.
I'm Jillian, Executive Vice President, and
I'm Aston, CEO of NuSpecies.
And we didn't plan this live. We just want to pop on whenever we can to talk to you. Especially today, we want to talk to our current clients, those of you who are on our rebuilding packages, because you have pretty significant health goals that you're counting on NuSpecies to help you with. And we want to talk to you about why we think that it can truly be an affordable process for you. First things first, though, if you are looking for a truly independent assessment of NuSpecies and where we've been, who we've helped, please go to our success stories. You can go to NuSpecies.com and click on success stories. That page will link you to our foundation site where you'll have hundreds of videos there of our clients that we've worked with over the years. And also on our app is the same set of success stories, but if you don't want to go on the browser, you can go on NuSpecies app and click on success stories from the navigation menu, and you'll be able to see all of our testimonials there. And we think that's the best way to get to know NuSpecies. But today we want to talk to those of you who are already knowing NuSpecies and already using our formulas, and we want to hit head on the topic of budget, how to manage your finances and your budget when you have such a big goal of rebuilding your health. And we want to talk to you about all the different scenarios that have come up and how we help people through them.
Right, and all of that is under the banner of NuSpecies is actually very inexpensive considering how many thousands of people we've helped and how we help them and what they use or what we use to help them. So stay tuned and make notes and
ask those questions.
Yes, you can ask questions, and after the recording, you can send us emails. You can call to ask other questions. But this is for you to always reintroduce you to NuSpecies and what we do and how we do it. But one of the common questions we get from clients worldwide is that we are expensive, and we are actually very, very inexpensive.
We're going to prove that to you.
We're going to prove that to you
in this conversation.
But you can prove it to yourself first by going to the NuSpecies app and listen to some of those success stories. You can go to NuSpecies.com and listen to some of those success stories. You can go to the NuSpecies Foundation.org site and listen to hundreds and hundreds of testimonials, or you can read, what people have written about us. So that's the best way to know about us. And if you listen to our clients, they probably going to be a lot more objective than we are, Jillian.
Yeah, and a lot of the testimonials we have, clients will say in the recordings that they felt that it did cost a lot, and but they always say in the end that it was absolutely worth it. So I'd like to start the conversation. Hi, Jillian. Thanks for joining us. I'd like to start the conversation by, and I've said this to some of our clients before, by saying, think about the results you've already gotten from using NuSpecies. So we're talking to those of you who are already on the packages. And if you think about previous products or efforts you've made to rebuild your health naturally, or even with your medications that have been managing your sickness, but probably not curing it or making it go away, if you think about the results so far and you really remember all the symptoms, the pain, the aches, all the over-the-counter products you had to buy to manage all those symptoms.
Numbness, the tingling.
The days you had to take off of work.
The sleeplessness.
The co-pays to all of the doctors, all of the specialists, all the time that you spent away from family because of dealing with your illness. If you add up all of that, right, and you make a big list of it, and you think about going back to the beginning when you first came to NuSpecies. If I had said to you, I'm gonna charge you $50,000 and I guarantee you that every single one of those things are gonna go away, would you have spent it?
Would you have gone to the bank and mortgaged your house?
And found the money?
Would you have gone to your 401k and withdraw it because you have all these life-threatening issues that were gonna go away? Would you have withdrawn the $50,000 and write a check to NuSpecies? Would you have done that?
Now, the bottom line is we will never try to guarantee anything because your body has to do the work our products are just the tools. We can't force your body to do anything, and we can't guarantee you anything.
And it's not right to guarantee anything. Anyway.
We consider ourselves.
Anyone who tells you that everyone's body is the same is a liar. So anyone who tells you that they can guarantee that your headache is going to go away within a year, they're actually lying to you, because only God knows that. So
the point being there is that we're not going to guarantee you anything. We never would have said that to you when you came to us. If anything, we usually say, listen, this is what's happened for others. We don't know if it's going to happen for you. We consider ourselves pretty ethical and responsible people and caregivers for our clients. And so we wouldn't have said that. But you started with NuSpecies anyway. You put your faith in us, you put your faith in what we do, and you took the products. And if you look now after a certain period of time, what you're already experiencing or what you have experienced, if you've been with us for a while, think about what you spent and say, you know, truly and honestly ask yourself if it was worth it. And would you have spent a whole lot more if we could have guaranteed you that from the beginning?
Right.
And think about how much more you have yet to achieve if you continue on the path that we're guiding you on with the free lifestyle guidance that you get from our naturopathic doctors or Beverly, and in addition to our products. So I'm going to open up with that. But I know, hi Mitchum, thank you so much, and you're the best too.
And by the way, you know, you're raising that $50,000. It's not a joke. I
could have said $1 million, but I was trying to be reasonable.
many very wealthy clients who have offered me to mortgage their house to NuSpecies, not mortgage, to give us their house to help them to stay alive and live a little longer, and we have refused. So the $50,000 that Jillian is mentioning is probably hypothetical, but it's probably not hypothetical. And furthermore, you know, a lot of you who are getting results from NuSpecies, you have an incredible amount of, you know, appreciation to give to the people who, in the early years of NuSpecies, the early days of NuSpecies, all the people we didn't help. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people we didn't help in the early years of NuSpecies.
So talk about what that.
They are the ones who made us to make more concentrated, more potent formulation. They're the ones who, why you've seen the results you're getting now.
Actually, can I say?
Yes, go ahead.
When I first met Aston and
where this is going?
And I was learning about the formulation that he had created. Back then, it was called Body Systems Life. It was a capital LIFE for Life Immune Formulation of Quantum Energy. Aston was like, he was ready to go. That was like his flagship product. He had been.
Say it again. What was it called?
Life? It was called Body Systems Life.
Right.
Life Immune Formulation of Quantum Energy.
That's what life stands for. LIFE.
Which we've changed that to LNU1 now, and it's still there.
But it's still the physics of NuSpecies. It is still a foundational quantum physics of NuSpecies, the life formulation.
Right. And so we would explain that to everyone, and some people would be like, oh, you guys, your products are so great, and your product, we only had the one, it was so great, and one day you guys are going to have like a whole product line, and we were like,
yeah, right.
No,
never.
This formula is going to do everything. This is going to be it. We never could have imagined that years later we would have a whole product line. It truly was not Aston's intention when he created that formula. And I mean, he really just thought he was going to like work one-on-one with people with cancer and just like help them heal their bodies and tell them to eat healthy, lots of plants and things. And then that was going to be it. And that we would like sell it online and that would be it. But as we met more and more people who wanted faster results or who had more complex issues, or who just needed more, we were forced into providing what they wanted.
And by doing that, we, in the early days, ended up into a lot of living rooms all over the New York area, a lot of kitchens, people's kitchens, on Saturdays and Sunday mornings after church. We used to be in Mount Vernon and the Bronx in the people's kitchen table, talking to them about NuSpecies. And even then, we had no thought of doing a store. No thought of doing a store. It wasn't even an idea to do a store.
We were forced into it because so many of our clients prefer to pay cash or didn't want to give credit cards over the phone.
Like we were forced into making the formula more potent.
Yeah.
And that's what you call more expensive. They're actually still very cheap considering the number of people we have helped with the most incredible health issues that you ever heard of in your life. And what you need to do is to go to the NuSpecies app or the NuSpecies.com or NuSpeciesFoundation.org to listen to some of those success stories. And that's what will tell you how cheap or inexpensive these formulas are.
So Mitchum is saying, I'm going to tell you my story. I remember the first time you guys started selling the Legend, which was our very first upgrade to that original Body Systems Life. He said, I bought it and I took a sip and I drove straight to Florida nonstop. I had so much energy.
Wow.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Mitchum. That's awesome.
And I know that was quite many years ago, Mitchum, but what we're going to do is we're going to need your home address so we can send you an invoice for the additional energy you got.
But the gas he spent driving to Florida, you know, he must have spent more gas driving that fast. But so yes, I mean, we eventually, Aston kept just inventing newer formulas with different herbs, different combinations.
Like Mitchum is saying, we started with the Body System, and then we did the Legend, Mitchum. That's what we actually did. We created the Legend, the LNU9, and then we created Caveman, Super Caveman, which is the most powerful rebuilder we have. And because we made them more potent, they cost a little bit more. So that's what some people call expensive, when, you know, what we're trying to do is to help people to live longer. There are a lot of people who come to us, folks, and they're on the precipice of death. They're about to fall over. The doctors tell them they can't help them. The doctors tell them there's nothing they can do for them. The doctors tell them to go home and be comfortable. The doctors put them in hospice, you know, for them to slowly drift away out of this world. And a lot of these people say to us, can you make something that is potent enough to keep me alive another day, a few more hours, whatever the case is. Yeah, and
even just to feel
it's
better.
You who made us to make these more potent formulas. And of course, you know, logically speaking, if we had to make something more concentrated, we have to add more herbs, we have to add more plants, we have to make it more concentrated and more potent, and that's why it costs more. But the basic still works.
So hi, Sean. Thanks for joining us. Now I know who you are. And Edmund, thank you. We appreciate you too. And happy birthday to Tiffany. I saw it was her birthday. So I want to talk about some specific examples of, there are a few different paths that clients can go down, or that you can go down, or maybe you've already been down if you're using our products. Maybe you came in, you talked to Aston or one of our naturopathic doctors, you had a full consultation, you left the room with that dosage pad paper that we give you that has like check marks, it has some stars, it has some circles, it's all coded with you can do this or you can do that. Mm-hmm. And then you left with whatever you left with. And then you're thinking, okay, some of this stuff is going to run out in 2 weeks, some of it's going to run out in a month, and you start adding up, like, okay, if I have to keep replenishing this every 2 weeks or every month, like, what is going to happen to my budget? I can't afford this. And so Aston, I wanted to have Aston share with you a few versions of how to move forward with that so that you don't have to feel that way.
Right. So I typically recommend the higher potency sometimes, right? And I also recommend you take the higher dosage sometimes, because a lot of people who come to see me for a consultation, and I'm sure it's the same for the naturopathic doctors, they need help yesterday, not tomorrow, not next week. And that's another reason why we recommend the more potent formulas to you. But, and it's a big but, if you ever want to do something more basic, if you believe that you can wait 3 months, 6 months, or 1 year or longer to get the results you need, you can do something very basic. You can do the detox and you can do the LNU1. Those are the two formulas, especially the LNU1. That's the formula that put NuSpecies.
Body Systems Life.
Body System Life. That's the formula. Should we tell them why we stopped using Body System Life, the name? But maybe next Facebook Live, we'll give you the history about why we dropped using Body System Life. But if you go on that one formula alone and decide, you know, by yourself that that's what's in your budget and you're going to do it long term, you will get results. You just need to be patient. Now, as to how long it lasts, Typically, the 16-ounce body system life, it lasts maybe a month. Some people, it lasts 5 weeks because you put a little bit more in there, or when the machine,
the machine gives them a little extra.
Yeah. And then the 8-ounce will last you typically 2 to 3 weeks. That's taking a tablespoon per day. If you go down to a teaspoon per day, the 16-ounce body system life will last you about 10 weeks. And believe me, you would see changes for the better by taking it for, taking a teaspoon a day for 10 weeks. The 8-ounce will last you about a month, 6 weeks.
Half of that.
About 6 weeks. That's what the 8-ounce would last you. So you compare that to the multivitamins that you go to someplace and buy that last you a month, that never works. You're taking a NuSpecies rebuilding formulas that has 7 or 8 herbs in there and plants, plus vitamins, the B vitamins and vitamin C. And, the 8 ounces price is $70. It can last you for 6 weeks. The 16 ounces price is $130. It will last you for about 10 weeks. I don't see where on earth you can get a better buy than that for something that will truly help you to rebuild your body. Right. So that's one of the reasons why we're saying to you now, NuSpecies is actually underpriced. It's way underpriced.
And then factor into that all the ongoing guidance, if you take advantage of it, talking to our naturopathic doctors, talking to Aston, reading all the articles that we write, following the New Life program, which is on the app for free, and that we'll print out for you in store if you want. There is just so much opportunity if you want to take it to completely change your health and to do it for as little money as possible.
And in the end, anyone who comes to us, they never just have one issue. They have 5 issues, 10 issues, 20 issues. And in most cases, with all our clients all across the world, they come to us for one issue and end up getting help with 5, 10, 15, 20 different issues.
To explain why?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I always would say to our clients when I talk to them that...
And this is the crux of it, right?
When you have... as we get older, so people always think that as you get older, you're supposed to get sick and that it's supposed to get worse and worse until you die. And that's if you study people who don't take care of themselves. And that's a lot of people. And most studies are done on sickness. So we tend to study the path, the progression of sickness. We don't really have a whole lot of great studies that study health because there's not really a lot of profit to be made from studying healthy people because, what are we going to sell them? So if someone really takes care of themselves, they can get into old age without any health issues. Now, so it's not normal to get sick as we get older. But what happens is that a lot of people say, but I've been doing the same thing my whole life. I'm only sick now, so it must be my age. And I say, no, it's not your age. It's the amount of time you've abused your body that now your body is saying like, hey guys, I can't take this anymore. Either you're gonna help me out or I'm just gonna...
The old car, the old truck, you put all this crap in there and finally...
It dies.
It dies.
Or parts start falling off or things start rusting. It's because you've got to take care of it.
The body needs what it needs. The body needs what it needs. It needs powerful, raw, natural, organic nutrients for it to clean itself. The body cleans itself. You don't need to do detoxes if you take good care of yourself. The body will detox itself. You don't have to rebuild your body if you take good care of yourself. Give your body the good, raw, natural, organic nutrients. Your body will rebuild itself at any age. And that's why our formulas, all our formulas are raw, natural, organic formulas and they're liquid. That's why we make them that way because it's the only, well, it's not the only way to do it. It's the proper way to do it.
Right. We think it's the best way to do it, and we think that's why our products work. But what happens is when you start to let your body fall apart, it seems like you've developed all of these different health issues. What would really happen is that one progresses into the next, which progresses into the next. And
chain reaction.
It leaves the trail behind.
It's the blood pressure causing diabetes.
And then causing kidney failure.
Causing the kidney failure, causing you have to be in dialysis. And now the kidney is not cleaning properly, so your body is retaining all that carbon dioxide. The carbon waste that you've been hearing about, that destroying the environment, it's destroying the body when the kidney and the liver is not properly detoxifying itself. So now the person start getting heart disease, they start getting lumps, they start getting cysts, they start getting tumors. Before you know it, they get cancer and they're on their way to dying, literally.
So when people come to us and they have all these health issues, what that tends to happen then is, so they might say, well, you know, like I have cancer, so that's the most serious one, so I'm going to talk about that one. Or they previously had cancer, they did medical treatment, and now they think it's gone, which in a lot of cases it's really not. So now they're coming to us for other health issues that they have, so they don't even mention that they have cancer. So we make a recommendation, or Aston or the naturopathic doctors recommend a custom combination of our formulas for you. But then what happens is that you can't force herbs to do only one thing. Most plants have numerous benefits for the body, and your body knows that. So your body is going to break apart all of those biochemicals and all those molecules and turn that plant into its tools to do what it needs to do. And your body's gonna go to work. And so some people might not see the results with what they want first, or some people, and most people, won't only see those results, they'll over time see lots and lots of different health benefits, because their body's just gonna start fixing whatever it can for as long as you keep supporting the process.
Right.
So what's most important is that if you choose to start with, you choose to take the dive and you start with the, you know, the big expensive package that Aston has recommended, and then you're looking ahead and you're thinking, how am I gonna keep replacing this package? Don't think about it like that. Think about it like, how can I consistently support my body to maintain the rebuilding process until I get the results? And what that means is that at every follow-up with Aston or our naturopathic doctors, you're going to tell them where you stand. And there's a little responsibility on you to know the difference between wanting to spend the money and really not having the money to spend. That's your decision. But we will guide you, and we will tell you, like, listen, if you really can't replenish all of this, let's prioritize what you can. If you can't replenish any of this, let's just get you on LNU1, Body Systems Life, or let's keep you on the detox. Let's keep you on the B vitamins complex or the mineral complex, whatever they deem to be most helpful at this time. You want to keep the momentum
and those
going.
cost a lot less.
Right, $40.
My personal recommendation to all of you who are listening, and all of you who will listen to this recording in the future, is to start with the LNU1, our basic rebuilder, 8 ounce or 16 ounce, and the detox. Just start with those and stay with those. Just stay in those.
But that's a start. But let's say they did start with the big package, they could even just go down to that. The thing is don't stop, because you're already supporting your body to get the wheels in motion. Don't just stop it. There's never any pressure to buy anything when you come to NuSpecies. If anything, you constantly see, at least if you see me, I'm telling people not to buy something because they want to buy something that they think is going to work for them, and I'm trying to tell them it's not going to work. That's not going to meet the needs that your body has.
If someone tries to get you to buy when you come to NuSpecies, you tell me and Jillian, and we will fire them, because we don't ever ask anyone to buy. We don't do that.
Meaning like trying to pressure you into buying something for the sake of buying it. We are always NuSpecies, and this is what I was saying in the beginning. Aston and I never got into this to sell products. We hate selling. We are not sales people. We didn't say, oh, we are entrepreneurs and we want to sell stuff, and then we just picked nutritional supplements. Like, who would pick that if you want to just sell stuff?
I'm not a business person.
What we did is we decided we wanted to help people, and all that NuSpecies stands for is the people that need our help and the people that have already gotten help. I mean, those are the shoulders that we stand on, and we're looking to continue to find one person at a time that we can help. It does us no good to sell you something for the sake of making $40, even $1,000. That $1,000 means nothing if you don't get results and you go and tell 10 more people that our products didn't work. That's the last thing that we want. And believe me, there's nothing that Aston laments more when he comes home at the end of the day from being in the office if he has somebody who came in and said that they're not getting results.
Which is rare now. Once every 3 months, once a 6 months
really
now.
Rare, but
rare.
It is the worst possible news that we could hear.
You feel like you stole the person's money. That's how it feels.
It really feels terrible. It really
does. You stole
does.
their money, and and they got nothing for it. And it's hard-earned money, and we actually absolutely hate that. So this is what I want to say to you all out there. You've been taking NuSpecies, some of you, for weeks or months or years, whatever. Go to Facebook and like us, and let other people know that we probably are doing something, to help the world, to change the world. Probably are. And I'm not saying we are, but we probably are. We're trying. We're trying to. But go to Facebook and like us.
And like this video, and if you have any family or friends that you've been trying to get started on NuSpecies and be like, no, I heard it was expensive, I'm not going there because they're afraid we're going to force them to buy something. Forward this video to them, share it with them, let them know that our only goal is to help you the best we can within the budget that you have, and that if we really truly don't believe we can help you, Aston has trained our naturopathic doctors, and it's our common practice to tell you that we don't know if we can help you.
And we tell people that, I would say that every day I'm in the office, I'm on the phone talking to clients. There are probably half a dozen people I've said, don't buy today. Go home and think about it. Talk to your wife or your husband about it. Talk to your family about it. Don't buy today, because in the end, we want to help people, and we want people to be committed to what we ask them to do, which is dietary, lifestyle, all of that. And if they're not, they're going to turn out to be the worst clients, and that's going to make it very difficult for us.
We like to like what we do, and we don't want to deal with angry people or complaining people. I mean, if you truly have an issue that you want resolved, we're there to help you. Yes. But we don't want to deal with clients who really didn't want to work with us in the first place, and they're only doing it out of desperation. That's why if you refer someone to us, my first question to that person always is, do you even believe in doing things naturally? Have you ever even used herbs before? Because maybe we're not for you. And I try to weed people out fast, because we can only help people who really want the help and believe that we're capable of helping them. And that's who we want to attract to us, so that we can enjoy every day of work, and we can also actually accomplish our goal, which is to help people.
And once we commit to you, we commit to you until you get the results that you have. And we have 2 clients out there. For the next segment, I'll ask them if we can use their name on air. There are only 2 clients I have had in the last several years who I have not been able to help the way they want to get help. They got a lot of help. One of them, their heart were able to regrow 2 blood vessels, and they got help, but then they had specific issues, just like one specific issue, and we hang in there with them. And now, one of them is getting there. He's probably going to listen to this, and I hope he goes to Facebook and say, yes, Aston helped me.
We even make a special formula for this client that we don't sell to anyone else. We just make it for him, because we're going to do whatever it takes.
So that's who we are. When we commit to you, we commit to the end until you get the results you're looking for. And we will turn the earth upside down to get you that help if we can. So thank you for tuning in. Those of you who tune in, this was a Facebook Live where we didn't announce it. We just got on it, and
we're gonna keep doing that, because if we try to plan it and it's like things come up, and so we just got to do it when we can do it.
But thank you all for tuning in, and those of you who, as Jillian says, who will listen to it later, please forward it, to any friends or family or coworkers who might need help or need information about NuSpecies. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Have a great weekend.